Mate, a couple of intra-clubs now. What do you guys hoping to get out of the next couple of runs, with the season quickly approaching?
Yeah, so the last couple of intra-clubs we split into A's and B side, and with that we're trying to sort of work on our synergy and our line connection, but it also gives our reserves players a chance to play a team that's AFL standard, and when they improve, the whole team's going to improve. So
depth in a COVID situation, in a COVID year, we've seen over the last 2 years how important that depth is, and so that's part of it, is growing that second tier of guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I think depth's going to be a really important thing this year. You don't know when COVID's going to hit, and you can manage it to an extent, but you can manage it to an extent, but you can't completely stop it, people from getting it. So yeah, we're going to need people this year to fill roles, and I think last year we had a lot of players come up and fill roles for the team and did a really good job. So I think this year we're just going to need to keep continuing to improve our reserves players so that we do have that depth.
We haven't heard much from you this preseason. How's the preseason going? How's your break, and how are you feeling going into the new year?
Yeah, no, the break was really good. Took some time off and had a really good training block pre-Christmas, and I think a lot of the boys came back in some really good nick, which is really, I guess, exciting for our club, because we didn't really want to take a backward step from what we did last year, and then we've come back and started our intra-clubs, which I'm happy with, because I'd much rather be playing intra-clubs and running laps around an oval. So yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, part of the forward setup last year that was the best in the competition. Where do you guys get better this year? You had some injuries at the end of the season. Where do you guys get better in 2022?
Well, I think we need to just manage what we do when certain players go out. I think last year we had a lot of our key forwards go out. We had Hippie go out with an ACL, and Macca went down in one of the finals, and we ended up being a pretty small forward line. So just in those situations, just managing what we do.
Buzz, how do you then take that next step? I know you said about managing what you do. If you've got everyone back and on the field, is that next step just going to...
Well, like I spoke about earlier, if we improve, I guess, our reserve side, the whole team's going to get better, because everyone's pushing for selection, and so that's going to make, I guess, our AFL players play to a higher standard. I think we do have a lot of young boys, so they'll be better off for another pre-season under their belts, and hopefully some of those guys can take the next step and improve the rest of our team.
I know it's been spoken about how you guys have actually come back. You've done a lot of work when you were supposed to be on holidays, that you can hit that green and running, and you can be doing more of this stuff rather than running laps. Have you seen that even step up again this time?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we didn't even do a 2K time trial this year, so we've been doing more skill work, and I think that's been really beneficial for us. And like I spoke about earlier with the COVID and people being out, I think we wanted to get more of an emphasis on getting our skills done and getting our skills right, which we've done, and we ended up, instead of doing more Ks with the running, we've implemented more skills for that reason.
We've seen Hippie running 1,000 laps over the last few months. The good thing is, over the last week and this week, he's doing a bit of kicking, he's doing a bit of lateral movement. I mean, it looks so far progressed. You must be really excited that he can be back at least in the first sort of month or so.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, he's a massive part of our forward line, and we need him playing. And when he went down last year, it was really disappointing. But even with Rayner going down as well, but they've both, or Rayner especially, has come back, and he's looking really fit, and there's no niggles with his ACL. So hopefully Hippie can do the same in a couple of weeks, or not a couple of weeks, whenever he comes back in a couple of months before the season starts, because we need him in our forward line.
He's looking sleek too.
Yeah, I think a couple of boys got the crew cuts as well, so yeah.
How willing is it getting out there this afternoon?
How willing?
How tough?
Pretty tough. Yeah, pretty tough. These the intra clubs, especially early on, we don't really do much contact like when we start training. So when the intra clubs start, I think everyone goes full pelt right from the start. So yeah, it can get heated in these games. Yeah.
One of the things,
I was going to say Matho with his nose, but that wasn't even intra club. Was that in the city?
Yeah, no, that was. To be honest, I can't actually remember, but I think it was an intra-club, yeah. And yeah, he went for a tackle and unfortunately copped a head to the nose and yeah, broke it. But he got up, no worries, and it was almost like he wasn't hit. He just got up and just jogged off the field. He was no worries.